Ed, in this heartfelt message, remember only how grateful we really are to you and yours.
30 Plus Group presents their annual 70s theme party, which means it's time to take out your Afro wigs, bell-bottom pants, and platform shoes. It happens Saturday, October 28th at the GRB UDC Center, 197-01 Linden Boulevard in St. Albans, Queens. Music by DJ Mike and Super Prince. Call for more information, 516-943-5674. Come and relive the 70s, dancing to some good soul music, reggae, calypso, and disco. Again, the date, Saturday, October 28th at the GRB UDC Center, 197-01 Linden Boulevard in Queens. Admission $25 in advance. Get your tickets now and let's celebrate the best decade, the 1970s. The 30 Plus Group, quality entertainment for the mature partygoers.
Whitney Media offers unique opportunities for independent packagers and radio program producers in the metropolitan area. Both WVIP HD and WVOX Worldwide offer prime airtime in the evening, on the weekend, and during the day for a wide range of programs dealing with health, finance, religion, business opportunities, as well as international and multicultural talk and music. The following is an independently produced program. The views and claims expressed on this program by its hosts and guests are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or its advertisers.
My name is Brad Bernstein. I'm an immigration attorney.
I am David Annakie, and obviously one of the hosts on the Brad Show. I have a business that's called Link Up Media, and it's been around since 1996. I decided to start a radio program.
Mr. Annakie sold me some radio time and said I'm going to be on radio with a guy by the name of Squeeze.
I didn't think it was going to evolve into a business.
I went back every week on Friday night to see Squeeze. And every Wednesday, Mr. Annakie would call me and ask for money to pay for this advertising time.
Give him this deep corporate talk and talk to him about business. I had to separate the money from the personality, you know.
And it took about 2 months before I realized that Mr. Annakie and Squeeze was the same guy.
Next thing I know, I'm doing a radio show live from Jamaica to the United States.
When I first started on the radio, Squeeze kept saying, you know, I filed for my citizenship 5 times and he kept getting denied. And off the air I was saying, let me do your citizenship, let me do your citizenship. And he goes, no, I'm not interested. I had this other lawyer, he said he was the best lawyer and didn't want me to handle it.
I was like, dude, I have actually attempted to do this multiple times, and it has failed me every time. I gave in after working with him for a while. A few months later, I was in Hartford, Connecticut, getting sworn in.
Then Squeeze was sold on me. After that, I could do no wrong for immigration. And over 19 years, the show has kind of developed from a law show to a show about Brad's personality, Squeeze's personality. Plus, we're helping people. Plus, we're informing people. Plus, we're making people's lives better.
That's the reason why the show is really what it is. It is that because we are just ourselves.
Something very interesting happens when you work with somebody every day. You become their best friend.
And that's a fact. She has become, believe it or not, my best friend.
One day, Squeeze had a great idea when Facebook Live started. And his great idea was, I'm going to take out my phone and film our radio show.
The next thing, they're building a green room in his office.
And we are now turning our radio show into a broadcast show that is going to be seen live on Facebook, it's going to be seen live on YouTube, and oh, by the way, you're still going to hear our broadcast show on WVIP 93.5 FM.
It's phenomenal, and the most gratifying thing is that we're truly helping people. It's amazing walking through the airport and people come up and say, Brad and Squeeze, you guys are the greatest. If I could cry, tears would actually come out of my eyes right now. Just keep watching. Yes, it's the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're back for the noon edition. It's good to be hanging out with an attorney again.
Yes, with my best friend.
With my best. You know what?
We were just saying.
No, seriously speaking, though.
Seriously,
I want everybody to understand that. I just said that. The real reason is because you got a firm with like 40-odd lawyers.
A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of lawyers.
Not 40. Let's not get carried away.
Okay, well, whatever it is. I don't know. You got a lot of lawyers.
Right.
All right.
So you want to be best friends with a guy with a lot of lawyers?
Hell yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that just serves your purpose.
So I'm just letting you know. Don't get carried away. You know, don't stroke yourself too much. You know, you know, it's because of the fact that you've got so many legal representatives, people, whatever you want to call them, here in this law firm.
Well, you know, we run this little Yeah. 2-minute, like how we got together and what happened, bringing us to the show. And I don't know how long we're going to run it, maybe another couple days, whatever it is. But whatever it is. So I'm listening to it every time, and I always, it always gives me, a chuckle that we both said, because we didn't hear each other's interviews.
No.
We both said we were each other's best friends.
Right.
I didn't know you would say that, and I said it. And then I'm looking at you, I'm like, you know what? You see this guy, my best friend, I want to just punch him in the face right now.
Sometimes I want to punch you in the face,
I want to punch you right in the face.
But you know, a black eye wouldn't show that up, show that bad up on me. It would show more up on you.
The black eye?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, so...
Anyway, listen, it's the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're here to answer some immigration questions.
Correct.
I'm going to give out a number then. We're going to talk about some current affairs right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show, heard each and every single weekday at 9 a.m. and also at noon. So right now, if you've got immigration questions, now is the time to actually call us at 1-800-529-5465. I like giving out a number slow because people complain to me and said, Squeeze, you and Brad, you just run the number very fast. So let me do it slow. 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK, 1-800-LAWLINK, 1-800-529-5465. And that's a lot of you out there listening via 93.5 FM. But we've also got Facebook, my page, David Squeeze Annakie, Brad's page, that's Brad H. Bernstein, correct?
Correct. But
Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein
Kim
also.
has not been sharing it there, but it's definitely on Law Offices of Spar and
It
Bernstein.
should be shared.
It should be shared there, so hopefully she is.
Kim, I know you're in the social media room. We're going to be catching up with you later on. Can you just share on at Brad H. Bernstein's page?
Correct.
Yeah. And remember, folks, you're on my page, you're on Brad's page, you're on the Law Offices page. If you're there, please, we implore you to share with everyone. I do believe, in my opinion, this is a wonderful show, and it should be shared with everyone. Friends, family, foes, all right? Share it with even the orange guy, Donald Trump. I don't care. Share it with everybody. Brad, speaking about Orange Man, what's going on? You heard about the Eminem Kid Rock thing?
Yes, I did. We're jumping right into that.
Jump right into that sucker.
Oh, okay. Then I was going to say hello to Angie and Candy and Most Blessed Diane.
Say hello to whoever you want to say. I mean, you can do that too. While we're doing all of that, we can do that.
Asset Lindo, all our regular Brad Squad, Team Squeeze people.
Let's see if anybody loves me today.
Candy Anderson. Hello to all of you. What's happening in the news? We talked about cupcakes this morning. We talked about the bull running through.
I'm not going back to the cupcake talk. Right.
But you know what? What's very interesting in the music industry, and do you consider yourself part of the music? What industry are you considered most?
We are definitely in the entertainment.
You are in the entertainment industry.
We own nightclubs, we do
right.
events
So
and all of that
music.
stuff,
Music is part of that,
major
right?
Part, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you ever meet Eminem?
No, I've never met Eminem.
You ever meet Kid Rock?
Nope.
Okay. So there's now a new white political divide.
Yep.
And it's really, both are rappers from Detroit. Both became famous in the 1990s. Both are white. Both come from working class backgrounds. Last week on the Black Entertainment Television Network, what I refer to as BET.
You said BET the other day.
I did say BET. That's why I was being very...
And I did an SMFH.
Shaking my effing head.
Okay, that's what you want to say.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. So last week, Eminem released The Storm, which was a 4-minute takedown of Donald Trump, which you sent to me on WhatsApp. Yeah. I first saw it by you.
There it goes. They just threw it up. So for those of you watching Facebook, you'll see. Yeah.
And he has tried to say what people on the left are saying about Donald Trump.
Right. So Eminem supported
supporting Donald Trump.
The left
side.
Yeah. Eminem. It was slamming and lambasting Donald Trump.
Right.
While Kid Rock was doing.
Kid Rock was siding with Donald Trump. Fake news. Talking about the extreme left.
Talking about colon.
Yeah. He actually said they actually had two different opinions about Colin Kaepernick. Okay. In The Storm, Eminem rapped, "This is for Colin. Ball up a fist." Okay, but just over a month before, Kid Rock said "F you" on stage at the Iowa State Fair to "F you" to Colin Kaepernick. And really, I think what it comes down to, is that there's two groups of white people. at this point politically.
And
there are the disaffected white people who feel that they're losing their jobs, and that they are being left behind. And then there are the more liberal, progressive whites who feel that, you know, we want to come together as a country. So I guess economically, a lot of it economically depends on, you know, where you are economically, whether you're going to, you know, side more with Kid Rock or you're going to side more with Eminem.
The premise of all of this, a lot of you watching now, is the fact that Eminem and Kid Rock, they're both white. We didn't say that initially, for those of you who don't know.
They just saw it on the...
right.
Yeah.
But if they're listening to the radio, they didn't see it.
That's true.
All right? So
true.
they are both white, and of course, one's taking Donald Trump's side, another one is against Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And it's obvious it's
but it's really a much greater...
And they're both from Detroit also.
Right, but it's basically they're mimicking a greater divide right now between disaffected whites and whites who are more progressive and liberal.
So that's interesting. We'll see how that pan out. What else is up?
You heard about Donald Trump's ban has been banned again.
Yeah,
we talked about that.
Yeah.
And did you read? I read Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Guy who's putting this show on for us.
Yeah.
Right on Facebook right now. He has an initiative. He is the biggest donor to the Civil Rights Corps. The Civil Rights Corps is a startup nonprofit that goes and fights jurisdictions where there is cash bail.
Right.
And, you know, cash bail is really a situation where if you are poor, you don't get bail because you don't have a bond to put up and you don't have cash on hand to put up. So there are jurisdictions for even the most minor offenses that you need bail.
So people do have rights.
Okay. Well, they in these jurisdictions they don't. And Mark Zuckerberg is, and it's mostly poor, and it's mostly poor black men who can't afford bail, and they sit in jail forever on minor offenses because they don't have an asset to put up for bond, and they don't have the cash on hand for the bail. And Mark Zuckerberg is now the biggest donor to the Civil Rights Corps, and they are now fighting. This was just out in the news. They are fighting all these jurisdictions that require as being unconstitutional. And maybe we could have Paul Hirsch come on, and we could have a whole segment
about that.
More
about that.
That it's unconstitutional for poor defendants facing low-level charges to stay in jail for long periods of time because they can't afford the bail.
Right.
So that's what's happening this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go to the phone lines right now. But wait a second. Okay. Before we go to the phone lines at 1-800-529-5465, I believe that somebody had called 1-800-529-5465, and we're going to do a Skype.
Oh, really?
Yes. Do we have somebody on Skype? Is that true? Is that what I'm hearing?
All right, let's go.
Yes, we have somebody on Skype. Let's see who we have a live Skype call. And let's see if we can...
If you want to watch this, ladies and gentlemen, you're on 93.5. Go to my page at David Squeeze Annakie or Brad Spaced, Brad H. Bernstein.
And then we're gonna go to the telephone lines for the people who don't want to show their faces.
Right. You can call 1-800-529-5465.
And let's hope that this person is fully clothed. Let's hope that we don't see anything bad. What do we got? Do we have anything here? Do we have a Skype?
1-800.
I'm not seeing anything. There we are.
Hello. Who is this beautiful lady?
I don't know. Where is she calling from? Or Skyping from? Where are you Skyping from?
North Carolina.
From North Carolina.
Okay.
Yes. So what help do you need from North Carolina?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I really love the show, and the studio looks amazing.
Okay.
So that's that.
Is that a British accent I hear? Are you from England?
No, I'm from Holland.
You're from Holland. Okay.
From Holland.
Holland.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
And so I'm a permanent resident in the States since 2000. And my dad is in poor health, and he needs me to help him on a temporary basis. So I would like to know, what is the maximum time per year that I can be out of the United States without losing my green card privileges?
Well, let me ask you a question. How long have you had a green card?
17 years.
So how come you never became a citizen?
Because I'm not American, really.
Oh, so you just didn't want to become. You lived here for 17 years, but you never wanted to become an American. Do you have any? Well, let me ask you this question. Maybe 17 years ago it didn't matter, but now in this political environment it does matter. Do you have a concern that you're being perhaps ruled, or certainly laws are being formed around you and maybe for you, maybe against you, and you have no say in this because you can't vote, or that doesn't really affect you really?
It does. It's a concern. I've thought about that several times. That's just, because today the climate is more perturbing.
Yeah, because I'm of the opinion that people who have been permanent residents for 5 years, if they're living here in the United States and they want to have a say in how they're being ruled and how their life is affected, they got to be able to vote. But be that as it may, I don't want to tell you what to do or what not to do. I'm just giving you my 2 cents on all of this. But yeah, as a green card holder, you can stay out of the United States for up to 6 months. Now, what's going to happen is, if let's say you want to be in a situation where, okay, I got to go back to Holland, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go back to Holland to take care of my father who's ill. I'm going to go for 6 months, and the thought process is in your head, you know what? Every 6 months I'm going to come back to America for a week, and then I'm going to go back and come back to America for a week and go back. Something's going to happen at the airport. And what's going to happen at the airport is they're going to stop you. And they are going to say you are not permanently living in the United States. You're permanently living in Holland. When you have a green card, you have to be permanently living in the United States, which means that you have to be physically in the U.S. more days than you are physically in the United States elsewhere. So it's really 2 issues. How long can you stay out for any one period of time, which is 6 months? After that, you got a problem. And then the second issue is, well, if you're going to continuously stay out for 6 months, come back to America for a week, stay out for 6 months, come back to America for a week, at some point, they're going to get smart at the airport and they're going to say, you're not living in the United States. And then they're going to turn you around, may even hold you in jail. So, they have
you'll get me out, right?
Well, I will get you out, I promise you. But actually, to tell you the truth, I won't. Because you have no rights at the airport. So you have no right to a lawyer. You have no right for me to even speak with you until you get admitted. Now, with all of that being said, you could apply for something called a reentry permit. A reentry permit allows you to live outside the United States for up to 3 years without losing your green card. You have to show that you're returning to Holland or whatever country you're from for a temporary period of time that has a finite end to it. It's not a temporary period of time that goes forever. It has a finite end to it. So, for example, knock on wood, I hope your dad lives forever, okay? But let's say you're going home to take care of your ill dad, and, he doesn't have years and years and years left. So I'm going home to take care of my ill dad. I want to spend his last year or 2 or whatever with him. That would be a perfectly legitimate reason to get a reentry permit, stay out of the country, and then come back to reinstate your permanent residence. The downside of that is when you come back to the United States, you got to wait another 5 years before you can file for your citizenship. Doesn't seem like you're too excited to do that. Your other choice is just file your citizenship now. Stay in the United States another 6-9 months, become a citizen, and then as a citizen, you have the best of both worlds. You can stay in Holland for 10 years, decide to come back to the United States. The only downside of that is you're paying taxes in the U.S. even though you're not living here. That's the downside. All right. So those are your answers there. All right.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And thank you for doing our live Skype call into the Brad and Squeeze Show all the way from North Carolina. I like it. So for everybody out there, you can call 1-800-529-5465, and you can get on on the audio, the radio side of this, which is what we're going to do with PAMELA. You can also call 1-800-529-5465, and I didn't even ask this woman her name. She just went, who was it? Luz. It was Luz from North Carolina. Or you can be like Luz from North Carolina.
Luz.
And call 1-800-529-5465 and say, hey, I'd like to Skype. And what we'll do is the producers will get you all set up on Skype. And hopefully we can do it pretty fast and get you on the show within the hour live to ask your question live. 1-800-529-54... Oh, excuse me.
Because you're doing my job. But you know what? These days, I'm not going to interrupt you anymore.
Excuse me. Yeah. That was the Diet Pepsi there.
You ever heard that saying about, forget it. 1-800-529-5465. I was going to say something, but I'll skip over that. 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, folks, call us right now. 1-800-529-5465. This is the Brad and Squeeze Show, where we talk about everything, but we are going to be answering some immigration questions right now. You want to go to Pam?
Yeah, let's go to Pam.
Pam, how you doing?
Hello?
How are you?
Hello, Pam.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm calling for Brad. I would like to ask 2 questions.
2 questions for Brad.
You can have him.
Okay.
Yes.
What can we do for you, Pam?
Yes. The first question I would like to ask, I would like to do an adoption in Jamaica. I'm a citizen. How is the best way? Can I go about it?
These children are in Jamaica. Who are the children to you? Let's start with there.
My niece.
They're your niece. And how old are they?
She's 14.
And the other child?
No, it's just one.
It's one child.
It's
one child.
Yeah.
Okay, where is the biological mother and the biological father of this child right now?
Yes, and I don't know. I can't locate the father.
And the mother?
But I can locate the mother.
Where does the child live? Who does the child live with at this moment? Doesn't live with the mother?
The mother.
Oh, she does live with the mother. Okay. So we have a father who's out of the picture and a single mother presumably raising this child. What you would have to be, in order to bring a child from Jamaica, now different countries have different rules, depending on whether or not they are a member of the Hague Convention. Jamaica is not a member of the Hague Convention. So this is for Jamaica. This is not the rules for Hague Convention countries.
Right.
But for Jamaica, which is not part of the Hague Convention, the only way to bring a child up is as an orphan. So we have a mother that's alive, and we have a father that disappeared. We are not going to go to Jamaica and go kill the mother to orphan the child, okay? But what we are going to do, what would have to happen, is you would have to establish that the mother can't afford to raise this child any longer. Doesn't have the financial ability to do it. You have been raising this child. This mother doesn't have the time, the money. Basically, the child has to be brought to another family member. If this is the facts, I mean, we can't make up facts, okay? And basically, the mother can't afford this child anymore, doesn't have the time to raise this child. Now the child is with some other family member, perhaps in another town. The child has been abandoned by the mother. The father has disappeared. Now you can go to the Jamaican Adoption Board, and you can ask the Jamaican Adoption Board to strip the mother of her parental rights. If the mother consents to an adoption, it's not an orphan, because the mother's in the picture. It's stripping the mother of the parental rights. The child that has no mother, the child has no father. Now the child has no mother, no father. While you're doing all of this, you're going to go to a court here in the state of New York, because you're in the Bronx, and you're going to do what's called a pre-adoption. And a pre-adoption is you're going to get a social worker to come to your home, interview you, you're going to go through background checks, and what you're going to do is establish to a Supreme Court judge in the Bronx that when this child comes to the United States, you can, I don't know what happened to her, but when this child, she's still there, okay.
Mitigate the noise.
Okay, when this child comes to the United States, you're going to be able to adopt this child. So you're going to orphan, the kid has to be an orphan in Jamaica. You're going to file immigration papers to bring the child up to the United States to do the adoption, but you got to get approval from a judge to do an adoption before you bring the child here. The last thing the government wants is you brought a child here and then you can't adopt him or her. So it is a process. It is not a process where you go down to Jamaica and you hire a local lawyer in Jamaica and ask the local lawyer to do an adoption, because you'll never get the kid here. Hold on 1 second.
I'd have to do it to you.
If you want to, hold on. Yes, that would be a smart thing. Hold on.
All right. Once again, folks, the Brad and Squeeze Show. Do remember that the number is 1-800-529-5465. That is the number for the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. And we got to remind you, prior results do not guarantee similar outcome, but make sure you call the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. And also, when you have a run-in with the law, which is something I speak about all the time, you get arrested, you need to have a good criminal defense attorney. All right. We were speaking earlier about a lot of people who could not get bail and so forth, and I really wanted to touch on this. You get arrested, you need to call the criminal defense department at Spar and Bernstein at 1-800-529-5465. Not to forget this also. All right, we do have a good personal injury department, tax department, family law department. You can't help yourself, can you?
No. What I was going to say is we will be talking about criminal defense in a few minutes, so we're jumping ahead.
Beautiful.
Okay, but let's at this point.
I just want people, because
I understand. Let's go to.
No one is. Most people don't watch the entire show.
I understand.
So I got to put that in there.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got it. Allison.
Hey, good morning. Good afternoon.
Allison from Detroit. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? First time on your program.
Yeah, Allison. Yes. What is your question?
Yeah, I'm married to a U.S. citizen. I've since gotten my green card, but I have a daughter who was 18 at the time when we got married. Can he file for her?
No. The child had to be under 18 at the time of marriage.
Okay.
Under 18, not 18.
Oh, but I can file for her since I've now gotten my green card.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
So, Addison.
Okay. And, yes?
Before you go, Eminem or Kid Rock?
Eminem.
Cupcakes or cookies, Allison?
Good girl.
Allison, cupcakes or cookies? What is it? Pick one. Cupcake or cookie?
I do like cupcake.
Cupcake squeeze. You see? So I was good to start off cupcakes at 9 a.m. then. All right. Thank you, Allison. Yeah, but you can follow me. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Allison,
Thank
from
you.
Detroit.
All right. Allison from Detroit.
Yeah. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. Let's get to another call. And remember, ask your questions on social media also. We'll be catching up with Kim later on. Our social media guru.
Naja.
Hello.
Naja, how you doing? Speak up.
Good afternoon.
Naja.
Please.
Pleasant. Good
Hello.
afternoon.
Naja.
Yes. Hello? Are you
Naja.
hearing me? Hello?
Go ahead, ask your question.
I don't hear Naja. I'm not hearing Naja.
You're not hearing Naja?
No, I do not.
Okay, I'm hearing Naja.
I don't. Let's try Lindo. Lindo. Nope, I'm not hearing either one. I have lost my volume. Let's see. 1 second.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe something happened here. Let's try again now. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, now I hear Naja.
Dude.
Okay.
Yes.
You need to take that thing out of your pocket.
It's not in my pocket.
It's in your pocket.
It is
Evidently
not in
something
my
is touching
pocket.
and making the volume move.
Yeah, it was strapped to my belt, and I think when I moved it,
Sure,
moved
it was
the
your belt,
volume.
man.
It was. Naja, what can I do to
Good
help you?
afternoon, guys. How are
Good
you
afternoon.
today?
Good
What's
afternoon,
going on?
I called yesterday, but after I hung up, I realized I still had a few questions that I didn't remember to ask.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember my situation that I was explaining.
No, I don't, so tell me again.
I'm the 19-year-old who my mom has been abused by her husband.
Oh, yes, I do remember. And I told you, and your mom is being handled by a non-for-profit attorney. You don't know what's going on. You have a stepmom who could have filed for you. You could be included on your mom's adjustment. And I said, you better do something because in 2 years from now, you can't do nothing.
Yes, that's
okay.
me.
That was you.
What I want to ask, do I have to wait until after my mom
No,
gets
you do it.
anything
No,
from
you do it simultaneously.
differently?
Simultaneously. Simultaneously,
Do it at the same time.
like we are simultaneously on WVIP 93.5 and Facebook and YouTube, all together at the same time. You are a derivative beneficiary. You're entitled to file your adjustment.
Okay, she was explaining something to me, but I didn't really understand it. She had said that she signed all her children's name on the petition, the VAWA, but I was wondering
All that does is answer a question on the VAWA application that, what are the name of your children? That is not giving you any benefit whatsoever. She does not understand how to help you. You don't understand how to help you. I am telling you how to help you, which is you have to file a separate adjustment. And the fact that your mom is saying this stuff to you shows that she doesn't understand what's going on. You really need to have a consultation with an attorney who understands and can explain it. It's one thing for an attorney to understand. It's another thing for an attorney to understand it and explain it to you that you understand it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? Good attorney can do both.
Yes, that's true. Because I was saying it to her yesterday, but I don't think she was understanding. I was telling her that you said I need to sign a second adjustment of
that is correct.
Application
that
as
is
a derivative beneficiary. But she was saying that since she had all of us name on the paper,
that doesn't help you.
But I'm telling her
it doesn't help you. All you're doing is answering a question. It's like answering. It's like it's like what's your birthday? I mean, it's like it's just filling out a form and adding your name on a form is not helping you in any way, shape, or form, other than you've just answered a question on a form.
But what she was saying is that since she hasn't gotten through, then that means
what your mom is saying. What your mom is saying is wrong. What your mom is saying is wrong. What you're telling me is wrong. I am telling you, I think now probably third time, you have to file an adjustment application. Do it now. Stop living here illegally.
Okay.
Handle it.
Handle it and get your mom in here.
Okay.
All right. Okay, hold on.
Hold on 1 second. Once again, folks, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show, and reminding you, the phone number is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Page 21. I'm going to start stepping up. Anytime you're ready to do page 21, you want to tell me?
Yeah, in a few minutes. Let's just take these calls here.
Hey.
Okay,
Hey.
Lindo.
Story of my life.
Lindo. Lindo.
Linda, how are you?
Oh, just Hackensack, New Jersey.
All right, let's go to
Whoever's living in
Hackensack.
Hackensack.
This is Stacy.
Let's go to Hackensack, New Jersey for Stacy.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
What's going on?
My name is Stacy, and I am American-born citizen. And I've been listening to your show for years just because I enjoy listening to you two guys.
Thank you.
But my questions for you guys are, if I was married to a Jamaican man for over 22 years, is he automatically a citizen?
No.
But we're no longer married? We're divorced now?
No, he would have to naturalize. He has to do something. He has to do something proactive to become a citizen. You don't automatically become a citizen through marriage.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's go to Andrea. Andrea.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Andrea.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm calling a question for my niece. She came up here from Jamaica and she overstayed her time. She got married to a U.S. citizen. I just wanted to know if she wants to know if she could file the adjustment of status, the 485 and the 130 form. Would that be a problem?
Yeah, 1 second, because I was hearing an echo in the room, so I was asking Squeeze something and I rudely interrupted your question. Can you say it again, please?
Oh, I was saying my niece, she came up here and she overstayed her time. She got married to a U.S. citizen. She wants to know if she could file the adjustment of status.
As long as the marriage happened more than 90 days after entry into the United States.
Okay. So it's not going to be a problem to file the 485 and the 185 together.
There's no 185. It's an I-130 and an I-485. The marriage has to happen more than 90 days after you entered America, and then as long as it's a bona fide marriage and you do it properly, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Let me explain the echo.
Yeah.
The production team need to have headphones on because they have the speakers on in the room. So you're
see.
hearing the speakers through the doors.
I see. Please put speakers on. Thank you. All right. Neville. Neville. All right, let's go to Anna.
Anna, how are you?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, what's your question for Brad?
So my question is, this is just random. I was just wondering. Say there is a person, right?
Just say. We're just saying.
Hypothetically.
Yes, hypothetically.
Just a hypothetical.
And he's been here for like over 20 years, like since he was 12, and he's now 50. And all of his kids were born here. Yes, 50.
So he's been here for 38 years, hypothetically.
Yes, 38 years.
Okay.
Hypothetically.
Yes.
And all of his children, he has 6 children. They were all born here in America. And he got into an incident where, you know, the police found his records and saw that he is an immigrant and that he has charges of a firearm from like 20 years ago.
Right.
Is there any way, like, around that he won't get deported? Like, is there any way we could fight it?
Of course. I don't know when he got his green card. He had a firearm offense from 20 years ago. Certainly, firearm offense is deportable, but depending on what level it is, when it happened, whether he has good moral character, whether he has other offenses, what hardships to his family here, would depend on whether he gets deported or not. Maybe he's even eligible for citizenship now. So we would need to know a lot more. That is not, well, you know, we heard from, you know, in the morning show, we talked about aggravated felonies. A firearms offense is not an aggravated felony. So there are things that, you know, presumably we would be able to do to help him. So hold on 1 second, okay?
All right. Once again, Brad and Squeeze. And that's the reason why we spoke on the criminal defense earlier. Once again, people. And there are many people out there that needs to understand that, you know, Brad Bernstein is also known for vacating convictions.
That is correct.
Okay, hence the criminal defense department at Spar and
we'll talk all about that, but I want to now talk about USA Credit Repair.
Oh.
Yes, they are our proud sponsors, USA Credit Repair, and you can give them a call.
You know what? You remind me of my girlfriend.
Good. Thank you.
You know, in the sense that, you know,
your girlfriend is a Victoria's
when I want to
Secret
talk
model.
about something.
So thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
when I want to talk about something, she doesn't want to talk about it.
Right.
So I just have to wait.
Exactly.
You know?
So you're just eating into USA Credit Repair time as you're arguing with me. And the telephone number is 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. USA Credit Repair. They're our proud sponsors. Without USA Credit Repair, folks, this show doesn't go on. This show does not exist without our proud sponsor. The sponsor of all sponsors. The chief sponsor of sponsors, the co-sponsor, it's actually co-sponsored because Spar show also doesn't go on without Spar Bernstein.
Doesn't go on without David Squeeze.
Doesn't go on without Brad Bernstein too. But right now, call USA Credit Repair 1-800-872-7177. If your credit's below 700, it is absolutely a free call to check out how they can help you. I don't know what the deals are anymore. Every time I say what the deal is, I'm told I'm wrong. But call right now 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. Squeeze is going to talk about whatever the deal is right now. But before we go about what the deal is at USA Credit, just a quick programming note. Stay tuned because we got this really cool thing with criminal defense, man on the street. It's actually really funny. So stay tuned right after USA Credit, which is going to be another 60, 90 seconds. And then please leave all of your questions for immigration, all your legal questions, on our social media at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, on David Squeeze Annakie, Facebook, on YouTube at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, because we're going to go right after the criminal defense segment, the man on the street, which is really funny. It's actually funny and entertaining at the same time. We're going to go right into rapid fire.
Yeah.
You have anything else to add about USA Credit Repair?
Everybody call for a free consultation right now. If you call right now, you're going to get a free consultation at least. You'll know what your credit scores are, and you'll understand whether or not something needs to get done. So call right now. We have a full team standing by at 1-800-872-7177. If your credit score is below 700, maybe you don't even know what your credit score is. Maybe you don't know if you are part of that breach by Equifax. 143 million people were. Were you one of them? Call now, get a free consultation at USA Credit Repair. You can go on the website, wefixbadcredit.com or usacreditrepair.inc.com. The number is 1-800-872-7177. Call now. All right?
Yeah. All right, so let's go. Let's see the man on the street. Let's see if people know their rights. What we did is we went on the street and we asked people what to do if you're caught drinking and driving. What your rights are in different situations. Let's see if people knew what their rights were. And then we're going to have our criminal defense attorneys in and tell you really what your rights are. Watch this. It's really cool.
We're here today in New York City asking people questions about their rights. Let's find out how much they know. Can your Facebook or social media posts be used against you in a court of law?
Yes, it can be used against you in a court of law.
Do you know why?
Because of privacy.
Okay.
Pretty sure it can.
Your social media posts can be used against you in the court of law.
Do you know why?
No, I really don't.
I'm aware that once they are on that social media site, they are owned by that social media site.
Absolutely. Be smart, people. Assume that anything you put on your social media can absolutely be used against you.
Everything you write, Snapchat, Facebook, text, email, all of that can be used against you later on, even if deleted.
Are you obligated to take a breathalyzer when the police pulls you over?
Yes. No.
I am not sure of what I would need to do.
It depends on what you're stopping me for. If I am driving and drinking, yes. If he smells alcohol on my breath, yes.
If I say no, then they would automatically think I'm guilty of drinking, which would probably be the case.
You're not obligated to take any test offered by the police department.
The walk-in stand test, the portable breathalyzer, at the scene of a DWI, you're not obligated to take any of those tests.
They can use that evidence against you later on in court.
Whenever you're pulled over by the police, the first thing you should do is call an attorney.
What do you do if police stops you for DWI?
You will get out of the vehicle and they will just make sure everything is great, and if everything's not great, then you will go down to the station and they'll arrest you.
You need to cooperate with the police because they are in charge.
The very first thing you should do is ask to speak to an attorney. And remember, people, you do not have to submit to these tests.
Don't tell them you had 2 drinks at a party, but you're not intoxicated. Don't answer any questions. Don't don't take any tests, provide the police with the paperwork they requested, and immediately ask for an attorney.
Do the police have to read your Miranda rights to you when they arrest you?
I would say they would have to, because you're not you're being arrested, but you're not in a crime. You're not doing a crime. So I would say yes.
I believe that the police have the right to read you your Miranda rights in that situation, just to let you know what's going on and what the priorities are and just the whole situation that you're in.
Miranda rights are all about TV and movies. There's actually no such thing as Miranda rights. The police only have to give you your Miranda warnings if they're going to question you.
If they are not read for whatever reason, that doesn't mean you should go run and say or incriminate yourself. Just assume that anytime you're dealing with the police and you're in that situation, anything you say will be used against you.
If you're in jail, is the Department of Corrections allowed to record your phone conversations?
If you are in jail, what did you say? No, I do not believe that they are allowed to record your phone conversations.
They absolutely can and will listen to your conversations.
Not only are they allowed, but they do it on every phone call.
Use your heads. You're in government custody. Do not speak on the phone, and definitely, absolutely not say anything that can incriminate you.
The only people they're not allowed to record is a conversation with your attorney. So be careful about what you say on the phone from Rikers Island or any correctional facility. Every one of those phone calls are being recorded and sent directly to the district attorney's office.
If you suspect or know that there's a warrant out for your arrest, what should you do?
I believe that you just... Oh man, I'm stuck.
If I suspect there's a warrant out for me, I would like to know why.
I honestly have no idea.
I'm not guilty until proven guilty.
I don't know. I've never had a warrant out for my arrest, but I guess contact an attorney.
There's no guessing. Call an attorney. That is a smart thing to do.
Absolutely. That's the first thing you should do. Contact an attorney. Let them handle it.
Better yet, don't just call any attorney. Call the attorneys at Spar and Bernstein. We really care about clients, the community, and protecting your rights.
Prior successful results do not guarantee similar outcome.
Of course they can hear.
Now you can hear me. Now you can hear me.
Sorry about that, folks.
Sorry about that, folks. We got to turn our microphones back on.
Yep.
That's what happens in a live show. So, Squeeze, what did you learn from that? Can you take a breathalyzer? Should you take a breathalyzer?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Last time, I was told that by my attorney.
Can you squeal like a pig until they give you your Miranda warnings?
You can do whatever you want where that is concerned, but there's no such thing as Miranda.
Well, no, you don't say anything. Were you watching? You say nothing other than, I want to speak to my lawyer.
Yes, that's
if you are in custody, you say nothing. Right. Zero. You take, what is it? When you were in nursery school, did your teacher ever say, zip your lips, take the key and throw it away? Mm-hmm. That's what you do. Okay? You take the key, whoop, done. I want to speak to my lawyer should be the only words that come out of your mouth, and hopefully those lawyers are the Spar and Bernstein lawyers, and you have that telephone number saved in your phone at 1-800-529-5465. I'm always telling people, and you are as well, save the number, because you never know.
Always save that number, folks. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Save that number. It's the number for a good law firm, and that is the law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
All right.
Save that number, 1-800-529-5465.
Okay, we're going to go to Tony first, and then after Tony, we're going to go right to social media, okay?
Right, not a problem.
Tony.
Social media.
Hello?
Yes, what's up?
Yeah, hi, yes, I got an immigration question.
Go ahead.
Right, so I got a green card for 16 years now, but like a couple years ago, probably 9 years ago, I got arrested for a domestic incident that was dismissed.
Okay.
So I want to travel to Jamaica with my green card. I was wondering if there's anything I had to worry about.
Well, as long as you know the case was dismissed, you got nothing to worry about. How do you know the case was dismissed? How do you know it wasn't, you paid I mean, just because you didn't go to jail doesn't mean the case is dismissed. That's where I'm always concerned when people say the case is dismissed, and I go, okay, yeah, bon voyage, go. And it turns out the case wasn't dismissed. So how do you know for a fact the case was dismissed?
Because I have the certificate from the court, that says the case was dismissed.
Then you're good, okay? Mazel tov, go travel, bon voyage, whatever they want to say. All right?
Thank you. Okay,
all right.
bye-bye.
All right, Squeeze.
Ready for the social media segment?
It's called the Rapid Fire Round.
All right, with SMG.
We need like, because I don't want to have to go bang, bang, bang every time. Maybe for tomorrow we can go, get some like sort of like gunfire.
No.
No?
No.
No? No.
No.
No gunfire.
No.
We are anti-guns here.
No.
No guns.
No.
No gunfire.
No.
Okay. Let's see if we can get.
This is the reason why we don't bring him into the think tank.
This is why I don't produce the show.
We don't. Yeah. Thank you.
Why
Leave
I
that
don't
to Jill.
produce the show. Right.
Gunfire.
All right.
Let's go to Kim.
Let's see
in
Kim.
the social media room.
Yeah.
All right. Gunfire.
You don't like the gunfire? You go bang, bang, bang.
No.
No.
I would say no. My production note would be no gunfire.
Okay. All right, no gunfire.
I like how she's very political in everything she, when she's speaking, she's like,
yeah, whatever. That's what I would
say. No.
Straight down the middle.
All right. So what do you got on social media today?
Yeah.
Let's go rapid fire.
Okay. The best ally from Facebook wants to know, I overstayed on my visa but am married. However, my mother is planning to come for the Christmas holiday with my son. Would they run into any problems once they get here in the U.S.?
It's possible. It's possible that they may say that, who are you coming to visit? Are you coming to visit your son, your son who overstayed on his visa, and then make the leap, whether true or not true, that because you overstayed, your mom and your son are going to overstay as well, and then start questioning them on, what is their intentions. So anything is possible, especially in this day and age when people are checking social media and they're checking to see who you're talking to, when you're talking to them, and what you're talking about.
All right. How much is the cost for the affidavit of support fee for permanent resident filing for spouse, and also how much is the immigrant visa fee for the person intending to immigrate?
There is no filing for the affidavit of support in the National Visa Center?
I presume that's what they're
asking.
Yeah,
the total fee for the National Visa Center is 400. Boy, I believe, wow, you got me on that one. It's 465 or 475.
All right, no problem. Back to Kim.
Sasha on YouTube wants to know, if you file for VAWA after you submitted an I-130, but the I-130 was denied and the work permit is valid that you had from the I-130, do you still need to apply for a new I-485 to get the new work permit?
Yes, because the work permit is attached to the I-45, not the I-130.
Okay. Good afternoon, Brad and Squeeze. I live in Canada. My husband is a green card holder. He came to the United States when he was 17 years old legally through his dad. He's now 46 years old. He overstayed in Canada and his green card has expired. What's his next course of action going forward?
How long has he been in Canada now?
Didn't say. He just said he overstayed.
Well, it depends on how long you've been in Canada. I mean, if you've been in Canada for 20 years, then you gave up your green card too.
He automatically did that.
Probably, okay. Yeah. So I don't know what his next course of action is till we know how long he's been in Canada, and then we can figure it out.
Okay, just want to say a special link up to Ian Starboy. He's listening with his coworkers.
Okay.
All right, Kim?
Amos on YouTube wants to know, how are you guys doing? My friend was in deportation proceedings for 8 years for a drugs case, and last year he got administrative closure. Can he get his work permit back?
It depends why it was administratively closed. Administrative closure means not that your case is terminated. It doesn't mean that they can bring you back and have a deportation hearing with you for tomorrow. So it's not like you're out of deportation. Administrative closure means they're just not scheduling another deportation hearing. But it doesn't mean you also won your case. So we got to look into this more and see what's going on first.
And that's the reason why you call 1-800-529-5465 to set up an appointment to actually speak with Brad or one of the attorneys. How long does the process take for a spouse who has filed the I-130?
Who's asking this question?
This is Shakira.
Shakira.
Right.
Shakira.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long does it take for the process? How long does the process take for a spouse who has filed the I-130 form for their Jamaican spouse?
6 months, 7 months to get the I-130 approved. Your spouse will be here in a little over a year.
There you go, Shakira. Kim?
Cordella wants to know, should people delete their Facebook pages?
No.
No. Sandra Garden says, hey guys, I did my interview on the 27th of last month. how long does it take to receive your green card?
The interview where? What interview?
It didn't say. I guess. Well,
I don't know. I don't know what interview you did. I don't know where you did it. I don't know who was sponsoring you. A little more info would be helpful. And as far as going back to Cordella, just if I can just explain a little more, nobody's saying to not be on social media. Nobody's saying not to enjoy it. What we're saying is be careful what you're posting.
Okay. All right, Kim.
Erica Brown on Facebook wants to know, is it true that after your application for the I-765 is approved, you will no longer need to visit the Social Security office for your Social Security card, and they will send it to you?
No, not true. You have to apply for the Social Security card.
Okay, and Charlene here, Charlene Logan says, hi, Squeeze and Brad, can a green card holder sponsor a spouse? And if so, how long is the process? And do they get a work permit?
No, you would have to file an I-130, and then if the spouse is in the United States and overstayed and is not 245I, then you got to do a provisional waiver and go home.
Simone on YouTube wants to know, if you get married in less than 90 days, is it okay
so
for
screwed. So screwed. Donald Trump will screw you. Don't do it. Next.
How long does it take if a green card holder marries a non-immigrant through sponsorship? This is from Charlene.
This is the same thing, a year and a half.
All right. And one person just asked, this is a very vague one, how long can I keep my green card?
Forever.
Javelle wants to know, on Facebook, a friend of mine is in New York and they're still in status but want to go to school. Can they regularize for a student visa while they're there?
Where are they now?
They're in New York and they are in status.
They're in status. That's not regularized. You can change status to a student visa if you get accepted to a school. The school gives you an I-20 card, which says that you can afford to go to school, pay the tuition without taking a job.
That's it from me on my side, guys.
All right, Squeeze is done on his side.
Any plans for putting an office in another state?
Maybe.
Ooh, tease. I have withdrawn my application for re-entry. Can I apply for my green card? Asks Atala on Facebook.
You have withdrawn your application. So you came to the United States and they turned you around. Depends what happened.
Okay. Vivian wants to know, if you have your case at the National Visa Center for review and they finally review it and then send you an email stating that you have 2 incorrect documents, you send them the right documents, how long will it take for them to complete it?
At least 3 to 4 months.
And then schedule you for an interview?
Correct.
Okay.
When you don't do everything perfect, you have delayed yourself months and months and months and months and months.
Okay. Sadamed on Facebook wants to know, can a U.S. citizen apply for his 34-year-old brother?
Can a U.S. citizen apply for his 34-year-old brother? Sure.
Okay. And I got one more question and one comment. Nana on Facebook wants to know, can one stay outside of the United States with an advanced parole up to 2 weeks without any issues?
No issues. Don't stay for 2 months, though.
Okay. And the last comment that we got is from Lisa Waite, field producer Patrice's mom. And she said, I'm so excited for the show. I believe this will go viral. The show is great. My daughter got me plugged into the show. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
Thanks,
Where's your mom? How come she's not commenting yet?
My mom?
Yeah. Has she seen this? Has she seen it? Does she like it?
She loves it.
She loves it? Okay, very good. All right, let's go to Neville's been waiting a while. Neville. Neville.
Neville.
Yes?
Yes.
What's up? What's your question?
All right. I was asking you if anything changed in the immigration system.
Did anything change in the immigration system? Lots have changed. What are you specifically asking for yourself?
Okay,
What, you at a construction
I have
site?
a friend. Okay,
What's going backwards there? Hello?
Yeah, let's see if I can come out of it.
Yeah. He's calling from a construction site. Yeah. You can hear it.
It's bothering still?
No, it's fine. I'm just curious what you were doing.
All right. What's happened now? I have a friend who wants to come up here, married his fiancée, so he wants to know if he can do it in the 90 days.
No. The law has changed on that. If you come up on a visitor's visa with the intention of getting married, or you get married within the first 90 days of your visit here, then you will be denied forever. Do it after 90 days, okay?
So what?
Do it after 90 days. That's the answer.
After 90 days?
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
All right.
You come up with the intention of visiting, and you change your mind. That's good. You come up to get married. No good.
Yeah.
Okay. There it is. That's the law. I'm just told you exactly what the law is. All right. Oh, and he hung up.
You got it.
All right, Squeeze. We got about 2 minutes to go here. You want to go to ELAINE in Florida?
Let's go to ELAINE in Florida.
ELAINE in Orlando, Florida. ELAINE, how are you?
I'm okay. And you?
Good, good. How'd you hear about this show?
I have a family member that you guys helped to get paperwork in New York.
Oh, very good. Okay. Good. So what's going on?
Yes. I lose my husband. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. He passed away from cancer. And I get my approval letter in 2015. In 2016, I gave it to this lawyer to go about and doing it. First, I send it in. They send back and
One second. Who's sponsoring who?
Yeah.
My husband was doing it for me, but he passed away.
Right? Okay. When did he pass?
2011.
Okay. So did he ever file any papers for you before he died?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
so
you have an approved I-130 somewhere from your husband?
Yes, because I do the widow petition and all those.
You don't even have to do a widow petition. If you have an approved I-130, you can just do an adjustment and have somebody substitute in for a humanitarian waiver for you. But you could also do a widow petition, but the widow petition has to be filed within 2 years of the death. But the I-130 converts automatically to a widow petition. So it really, I'm not sure. I think you're jumping through extra hoops. You probably don't have to, is my guess.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what they said, so I do it. So I get this lawyer. They send me the approval letter to do for my green card. I do get this lawyer, this so-called lawyer.
All right. Well, let me tell you this. We're going to be out of time in 30 seconds. Ask me what your question is, because we can't hear the whole story. What's the question?
So he said he put it in. What can I do
switch lawyers. If you don't have confidence in your lawyer, you don't understand what's going on, you don't know what's happening, he doesn't explain it well to you, you're the captain of your boat, you switch lawyers and you go to a competent lawyer. That's exactly what you should be doing.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, hold on. You're talking to a competent lawyer, believe it or not. All right.
Well, we know that.
Yes.
Definitely. I wouldn't be hanging around with you.
All right. So there we have it, Squeeze. We're going to end it here. We'll see you back at 9 o'clock tomorrow. God willing.
God's willing, tomorrow morning, live at 9, and don't forget noontime also. And
correct.
Just got to remind folks that this is all sponsored and brought to you by USA Credit Repair. I want to say thanks to them for definitely making this possible right here. I want to say thanks to all the attorneys at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. It's time for us to make it legal. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.